must not celebrate this thinking in installment. The law is very clear. You must be consistent with the budget framework paper, and there are issues of ceilings there. So don't introduce a ceiling casually as you like, that you don't worry in April I'll bring another ceiling. Because Parliament can't work that way. That you bring us a figure and you say, you guys, as you handle it, I am going to change it. Then why are we here?
But, okay, we've had...
no, not just hearing, you must explain, because he doesn't respect the law.
Honorable Ssemujju.
Revenue projection, Honorable Chair and Honorable Members. Revenue projection for the financial year 2026-2027. As per the second budget core circular, the total revenue projection is Uganda shillings 41.513 trillion shillings. This is an increment of Uganda shillings 4.286 trillion compared to the current financial year 2025-2026 target of Uganda shillings 37 trillion 227. I wanted to go to the budget performance for the financial year.
Mr. Chair, I wish straight away do some adjustment. The revenue number, the projected revenue figure for next financial year, I will present it with estimates. For now, let's disregard what he has just presented. It will come with the estimates on 1st April, because we are still working on it.
For the clarification, budget performance for financial year 2024-2025. The category, I wanted to start with wage. In 2024-2025, the approved budget was 299.356. In 2024-25, there was a revision.
Chair,
yes, sir.
I heard the minister when actually the projection is being disregarded.
Honorable Minister, just clarify.
Thank you so much, Mr. Chairman. Mr. Chairman, as you know, we are presenting the estimates of revenue and expenditure on 1st of April. That is what the law requires. And the ministerial policy statements came on 15th of March.
Yes.
And the basis of ministerial policy statements is the second budget core circular.
Yes.
Mr. Chairman, I wish to inform the committee that the budget process moves in various stages. The first stage is the first budget core circular, which informs the budget framework paper. So at that stage, there is a revenue projection. Now at second BCC, there is also a second a revenue projection, which Abel is referring to. Sorry, the Commissioner General. However, Mr. Chairman, for the purposes of the public, since we have the press here, this number he is presenting is subject to change. The confirmed figure of the revenue projection for next financial year will come with the estimates on 1st of April. And I can certainly confirm that it is not this number which we referred to at second BCC. It is, we are still consulting because there are other revenue sources, and also from URA, there are areas which they had not looked at, which we think should be areas of consideration. So I wish to clarify to the committee that the revenue number now, which he has referred to, should not be the basis upon which discussion should be anchored. Thank you.
Chair, I think the Commissioner General is quoting the second budget core circular. Yes. So as per now, the Commissioner General, he cannot present in anticipation. We continue with the discussion based on the figure he has for now. But when you come and the figures change, then we can always do what? Actually, you disrupted him. The intervention is unnecessary. Let us continue.
Must not celebrate this thinking in installment. The law is very clear. You must be consistent with the budget framework paper, and there are issues of ceilings there. So don't introduce a ceiling casually as you like, that you don't worry in April I'll bring another ceiling. Because Parliament can't work that way. That you bring us a figure and you say, you guys, as you handle it, I am going to change it. Then why are we here?
But, okay, we've had...
no, not just hearing, he must explain, because he doesn't respect the law.
Honorable Ssemujju.
He tells you these documents,
no, these documents are okay.
Preliminary.
No, these are okay. Yes, Honorable.
So
deliberating on now must have an ultimate output. And in this case, this is the projection. And Chair, we have to bear in mind that a ministerial policy statement is for the minister. Right? Now, the minister is withdrawing, is disowning the figure that is presented before us. And Chair, you need to bear in mind that the minister now was the chairperson of finance some time back. And during his term, like at this point now, he would have already ruled out the minister to be disorderly, not to be organized with the team, and would be chased to come back with final figures which are organized worth discussing by a committee. So how do we proceed, Chair, when actually we are discussing a ministerial policy statement whose ultimate output is still doubtable?
Procedure, Chair.
No,
which is not owned by a minister. How do we proceed?
Yes, let me guide. Honorable colleague.
The policy statement is a statement of the minister, and he cannot be ruled out of order over his statement.
This is
he
what
either withdraws, since we have other votes, we deal with other votes, and when they organize it, he will get back. Sure.
Yes.
And following the submission by Honorable Kates, actually the minister conceded that the information provided is correct, since it is a source, from the source of the second budget circular core. But he was giving additional information that this will not be the final position. A final position will come in April. And I think now that we have been availed with this kind of information, we are good to proceed.
Minister, I need you to confirm, because that's what we heard you say, that you agree with this information having been generated from the second budget call circular, and therefore what you're giving was just additional information. Can you please confirm?
It is true this information is coming from the second budget call circular, which we issued on 15th of February. The rest which will happen are subsequent, and they will appear in the draft estimates, of revenue and expenditure, which I will present in the House on 1st of April. Thank you.
Motion, Chairman.
I think that he has given. Can you please proceed?
Motion, Chairman.
Thank you, Honorable Chair and members. I was on budget performance for
Chairman.
No, proceed.
for financial year
No, you
2020
cannot keep quiet as if you're not hearing me. Motion.
24-25.
Motion, Chairman.
Not
Wage.
granted. You just continue.
In 2024-25,
Chairman, I have a motion.
the approved
I have a
budget
motion, and the rules are very clear. Once I have
was
a motion, everything else stops. These are the
299.356.
rules.
In 2024-2025, it
I have a
was
motion, Chairman.
Okay, Honorable Minister, through you, let me ask the Commissioner General to first. Let's listen to the motion that is being proposed.
But you can't first get angry and you listen to the motion.
Now, I don't know what is your parameter of judgment. Honorable Ssemujju,
Chairman,
I don't know what is the parameter of your judgment, but
the business we transact here, we do so on behalf of the public.
yes, and you are allowed to bring your motion.
We must follow the processes and procedures that we've set ourselves. I have seen the Honorable Katesh and his neighbor advising you bring it and we throw it out. Really, in Parliament. I don't know what's wrong with NRM MPs. That's how you keep making mistakes. Can I now move the motion?
But you are also
No, I am explaining that when you have a motion in our rules, first you must listen to it, even if it is defeated. There are two rules that we are offending here. First, debating in anticipation. And the Honorable Musasi has been here wrong. So the motion I am moving, Mr. Chairman, and I am seconded by my neighbor here, who will be on record.
Honorable, please, Honorable, you're protected. Members, Honorable, you're protected. Please proceed.
The motion is to stand over this matter, allow the minister and his delegation to sort themselves out, so that the committee can move on figures either as stated in the document, because by allowing the minister to say these figures are going to change, anyhow you can continue, but they are going to change. The minister is inviting the committee to process this matter in anticipation in total disregard of our rules. So I am now moving, Chair, that we stand over this entity. They go and sort themselves, bring here figures that are accurate, that are dependable, because that's what the law says, and then we can proceed after. That's the motion, as simple as you hear it.
First of all, is there any seconder?
But I am hearing Katesh and his neighbor saying put the motion. You know, NRM like voting.
That's a different thing.
That's the only thing they do in Parliament.
I've
voting.
already said.
You can put and they vote if that.
No, no,
makes them
say
happy.
Order, Mr. Chair. He has put a motion and you have asked whether there is a seconder. Is he in order to?
It's not in order. I'm only asking, is there a seconder? You are not in order. I am only asking if there is anyone seconding that motion.
Chair, the motion, I must second it with a reason. Because the second core circular is actually the last core circular that gives the update of all the resources that are contained in the Ministerial Policy Statement. No. In a circumstance where a minister and the Commissioner General appear before a committee with two differing figures, surely take this committee seriously. Okay? With those reasons, I second the motion, Mr. Chairman.
Mr. Chairman, can I?
Yes.
Mr. Chairman, government is tabling tax bills. The tax bills have an input into the projections of revenue, and they have not yet been processed. Mr. Chairman, we are also aware that...
Order. Yes.
Mr. Chairman, Asia has been here for 5 years. I stated here, you cannot debate in anticipation. As far as you are concerned, there are no tax bills. So is he in order? Is he in order to invite the committee It's in order to invite the committee to debate in
Honorable
anticipation.
members, honorable members, and this matter can be resolved. So I'll put a question on the motion.
Chair, we are still seconding.
I am putting a question. I am putting a question because the motion was seconded by one member. So as long as it's seconded, so now it is to put a question. There is no need to discuss the motion. So I put a question. Those in favor of the motion say aye, to the contrary nay. The nays have it. So we proceed, or can we proceed?